An excerpt from the book By the River Piedra I Sat Down and Wept, a novel by PAULO COELHO. Page 138. Finally, we reached the boulder where we had rested a half an hour earlier. Exhausted, I threw myself down. I tried to relax. I wanted to run from there, to be alone, to have time to think. The Padre appeared a few minutes later, as exhausted as I was. "Do you see these mountains surrounding us?" he started in. "They don't pray. They are already a part of God's prayers. They have found their place in the world, and here they will stay. They were here before people looked to the heavens, heard thunder, and wondered who had created all of this. We are born, we suffer, we die, and the mountains endure. There is some point at which we have to wonder whether all our effort is worth it. Why not try to be like those mountains, wise, ancient, and in their place? Why risk everything to transform a half-dozen people who will immediately forget what they've been taught and move on to the next adventure? Why not wait until a certain number of monkeys learn, and then the knowledge will spread with no suffering to all the other islands? Is that what you really think, Padre? He was silent for a few moments. Are you reading my thoughts now? No, but if that's the way you feel, you wouldn't have chosen the religious life. I've tried many times to understand my fate, he said, but I haven't yet. I accepted that I was to be a part of God's army, and everything I've done has been in an attempt to explain to people why there is misery, pain, and injustice. I ask them to be good Christians, and they ask me, how can I believe in God when there is so much suffering in the world? And I try to explain something that has no explanation. I try to tell them that there is a plan, a battle among the angels, and that we are all involved in the battle. I try to say that when a certain number of people have enough faith to change the scenario, all of the others, everywhere on the planet, will benefit. But they don't believe me. They do nothing. They are like the mountains, I said. The mountains are beautiful. Anyone who beholds them has to think about the grandness of creation. They are living proof of the love that God feels for us, but their fate is merely to give a testimony. They are not like the rivers, which move and transform what is around them. Yes, but why not be like the mountains? Maybe because the fate of mountains is terrible, I answered. They are destined to look out at the same scene forever. The Padre said nothing. I was studying to become a mountain, I continued. I had put everything in its proper place. I was going to take a job with the state, marry, and teach the religion of my parents to my children, even though I no longer accepted it. But now I have decided to leave all that behind me in order to be with the man I love. And it's a good thing I decided not to be a mountain. I wouldn't have lasted very long. You say some very wise things. I'm surprising myself. Before, all I could talk about was my childhood. I stood and started back down the trail. The Padre seemed to respect my silence and did not try to speak to me until we reached the road.